Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We are halfway through the week. Thank God. Halfway to the weekend. We usually do this show on Thursday, but I got a lot of stuff going on with work tomorrow, so it wasn't possible. So we'll go ahead and do it now. Plus, we had some games last night, got some games tonight. So we'll go over that kind of stuff. Hope it's a good day. Hope the weather's great wherever you are. Here in Southeast Texas, it's sunny, but we got a little bit of a cool breeze. But that won't last long. I'm sure it'll be shot up to 90s sometime this afternoon. Anyway, week 8 preview. Got a few news items here. We'll go over those before we get to what's coming up tonight through Saturday. Before we start, hit that subscribe button down there so you don't miss anything. With it, let's get started. Okay, remember Texas Tech quarterback, how do you say his name? Morton? He got injured in the game against Kansas Saturday night. First, they were saying it could be a season-ending injury. Now, Texas Tech is saying day-to-day on him. So we'll see what happens there. Notre Dame lost their starting center, Ashton Craig, for the season. Knee injury with him. A&M running back, Le'Veon Moss. All they're saying is he's going to miss a significant time due to injury. Didn't say what it was or how long it is, but he will be out for a while too. Auburn running back Damari Alston, no longer with the team. Hugh Freeze says failure to meet standards and expectations of the program. I don't know if they're not saying, I don't know if he broke rules or what, but they say he's no longer with the program. I don't know, Auburn, man, there's some serious things going down there at Auburn. If you're an Auburn fan, I feel for you, man. I really do. Hey, AP Top 25 preseason basketball poll came out. Kind of some surprises on here. First of all, number 1, Purdue. I think they said that's the first time Purdue has ever been preseason ranked number 1. Number 2, Houston. Number 3, Florida. Those two guys were in the championship game last year. Number 4, UConn. Number 5, St. John's. Number 6, Duke. Number 7, Michigan. Number 8, BYU. Number 9, Kentucky. Number 10, Texas Tech. Now, the second half of this top 25 were things you're like, really? 11, Louisville. 12, UCLA. 13, Arizona. 14, Arkansas. 15, Alabama. 16, Iowa State. 17, Illinois. 18, Tennessee. 19, Kansas. 20, Auburn. 21, Gonzaga. 22, Michigan State. 23, Creighton. 24, Wisconsin. 25, North Carolina. So you can see what I was saying. The bottom half of that top 25, you're like, those teams are usually in the top 10. But it is what it is every year. I mean, teams lose players. So it is what it is. It's going to be an interesting basketball season, though. I can't wait for it to start. All right, so like I said, this is that time of year we start having games on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We're starting to get later in the season. So we had 3 last night. Liberty, they beat New Mexico State 30-27. The thing about this game is at halftime, if I remember right, is Liberty was winning 20-6. New Mexico State actually came back and was winning there for a while. Liberty came back and won that game 30-27. Arkansas State beat South Alabama 15-14 in a high-scoring baseball game. And then this one, man, Florida International beat Western Kentucky 25-6. Western Kentucky used to be a pretty damn good team, and I don't know what's happened to them lately. But anyway, Florida International beat them. All right, so tonight, like I always say, these midweek games, hey, it's college football midweek. 6 p.m., CBS Sports Network. It's a Texas battle. 1-5 UTEP versus 0-6 Sam Houston. Can UTEP get that second win, or can Sam Houston finally get a game 1 this season? 6 p.m. on ESPN. 3-2 Delaware versus 3-3 Jacksonville State. Tomorrow night, Thursday night, 6:30 ESPN. 2-4 Tulsa versus 3-3 Eastern Carolina. Now Friday we got some damn good games for Friday night. 6 p.m. ESPN. 4-1 Louisville versus number 2 Miami. Louisville is slightly better in the passing game. They're kind of even on third down conversions. Miami, way better in the rushing game, and they average more total yards. Louisville O-line, they have given up 13 sacks. Miami's defense, they have 12 sacks on the season and 5 picks. Miami's O-line, they have given up only 6 sacks, but Louisville's defense, they got 14 sacks on the season and 6 interceptions. Should be a pretty good ACC game. If that don't interest you, 7 p.m. on Fox, number 25 Nebraska versus 4-2 Minnesota. Nebraska way better in the passing game. They average more total yards than Minnesota. A lot better on third down than the Gophers. They are close in the rushing game, though. Their rushing games are pretty close. Nebraska O-line has given up 16 sacks. Minnesota's defense, they have 14 sacks on the season. Defensive lineman Anthony Smith, he has 5 sacks alone. Minnesota, their O-line has given up 8 sacks. Nebraska's defense, they have 11 sacks on the season. 8 p.m., CBS Sports Network, 2-4 San Jose State versus 3-3 Utah State. 9:30 on the ESPN, some late night Friday college football. North Carolina goes way over to the West Coast to play 4-2 Cal. Both these teams average under 352 total yards a game. And, of course, another storyline, Bill Belichick said he's not going anywhere. So, and I agree with that. Give the guy at least a couple of years. I mean, like we go back to Nick Saban, first year at Bama, 6-6, and then look what he did. Not saying Belichick's going to win a bunch of national championships, but whenever you got a new coach, I'm saying give the guy a couple of years, get his system in there, players he wants, all that. If by year 3 nothing's changed, then yeah, got to show some improvement. All right, so Saturday, got some interesting games early on. 11 a.m. on ABC, number 10 LSU versus number 17 Vanderbilt. They are pretty even in the passing game. Pavia does have more touchdowns, and he has 1 less interception than Nussmeier. Vanderbilt, way better in the rushing game. I think we all know that. LSU's rushing game is not all that good. They average almost 100 more total yards a game than LSU does, and they are better in third down than the Tigers. LSU defense on the season, 16 sacks, 8 interceptions. Vanderbilt defense on the season, 18 sacks. Defensive end Miles Coopers, he's got 5 sacks alone by himself. 11 a.m. ESPN. Number 12 Georgia Tech takes on 4-2 Duke. Georgia Tech, better in the rushing game. They are even in total yards per game. Haynes King, 4 passing touchdowns, but he's got 9 rushing touchdowns on the year. Mensa, 15 touchdowns, and Duke is better on third down conversions. Just a little better, not much so. Georgia Tech defense, they got 13 sacks on the season. Duke O-line has given up 12. Georgia Tech only has 2 interceptions on the season. That's crazy. You figure it'd be a little bit more than that. But anyway, Duke's defense, they have 17 sacks. Defensive end Vincent Anthony, he has 7 alone in his season. And Duke also has 8 interceptions on the defensive side. 11 a.m. ACC Network, 4-2 UConn. They go and play poor little old 1-5 Boston College. 11 a.m. on Fox. 5-1 Washington versus 4-2 Michigan. This is usually a pretty good game when these two guys match up. Washington better in the passing game, and they average more total yards than Michigan. Way better on third down than the Wolverines. Quarterback Williams Jr., better stats than Underwood does for Michigan. Michigan better in the rushing game, but Washington's running back Coleman has 11 rushing touchdowns, so that could be eclipsed this game. Washington O-line has given up 16 sacks. That's not very good. Michigan's O-line has only given up 7, so that's basically averaging 1 sack a game. I'd take that. 11 a.m. CBS Sports Network, Central Michigan versus Bowling Green. Both of them are 3-3, looking to break 500. 11 a.m. on Fox Sports 1, 4-2 Arizona versus 5-1 Houston. Arizona, better in the passing game, more total yards. Their O-line has given up 12 sacks, where U of H's defense, they have 13 sacks on the season. Houston, slightly better in the rushing game, slightly better on third down than Arizona. Their O-line has given up 11 sacks. Arizona's defense, 14 sacks on the season. 11 a.m. on ESPN2. Baylor versus TCU. Both of them are 4-2. Robertson for BU, 19 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's been sacked 10 times this year. Hoover for TCU, 18 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He's been sacked 11 times. These teams are kind of even. Although TCU, they are way better when it comes down to third down conversions. 11 a.m. on ESPNU. Tulane, they are going for 6-1, hosting 3-3 Army. Tulane better in the passing game, but as expected, Army is a little bit better in the rushing game. 11:45 SEC Network, number 14 Oklahoma goes to 3-3 South Carolina. They are close in the rushing game, but OU way better in the passing game. F. Mateer plays and is up to 100%. What we saw last week, I don't know what that was. South Carolina, man, I'm a fan of theirs, and I'm kind of disappointed in this season, like their fans are, because after last season and Sellers coming back, I thought they were going to be a pretty big force to reckon with, but so far, doesn't look that way this season. Make sure my pages aren't sticking. Let's see. 2 p.m. Big Ten Network. 2-4. Yeah, okay. 2-4 Purdue goes to 4-2 Northwestern, who's on a high. Purdue averages more total yards a game. They are actually better in the passing game. Northwestern way better in the rushing game. Both O-lines for Purdue and Northwestern have given up 10 sacks. Purdue defense, only 1 interception this year. Northwestern defense, they got 3. Like I said, Northwestern, they're on a high. They went to beat Penn State, doing a heck of a lot better than last year. Purdue started off good. I mean, they did. It looked like a big change from last year. I don't know. They're starting to fall back into old ways. 2 p.m. on ESPN+. 4-2 Troy goes to 3-3 Louisiana Monroe. Troy better in the passing game. Monroe better in the rushing game. 2:30 on CBS. Number 1 Ohio State goes to poor old 2-4 Wisconsin. Ohio State averages 54% on third down conversions. And there's a couple more here we're going to go over that. I didn't realize their third down conversions were that high. 2:30 on Peacock. Number 3 Indiana versus 3-3 Michigan State. Here's another one. Indiana, they average 54% on third down conversions. Let's see. 2:30 ESPN. Number 4 Texas A&M versus 2-4 Arkansas, who's playing a lot better. We saw that last week against Tennessee. This could be a trap game for the Aggies. I keep waiting for my Aggies to be Aggies and fall flat on their face in the game they shouldn't. This could be it. This is a trap game. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but as an Aggie fan, you can't throw everything into them. You just got to hang back, watch, and hope for the best. That's what you got to do. Like I said, yeah, we'll see how Arkansas does this week. They've had a week. Actually, they've had 2 weeks under Petrino, had that bye week, played a great game at Tennessee. See how they do this week. And I think that game isn't at Jerry's World anymore. I think they're doing home and home now, I think. Big one here, 2:30 ABC, number 15 Ole Miss versus number 9 Georgia. Chambliss for the Rebels, 7 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns. Lacey, he has 8 rushing touchdowns. Georgia Stockton, 6 passing touchdowns, 6 rushing touchdowns. Ole Miss averages more total yards a game, better passing yards in the game, slightly better in the rushing game than Georgia, 51% on third down. There's another one. Ole Miss's defensive tackle, Xavier Harris, he's got 11 solo tackles. Linebacker TJ Daugherty, he's got 17 solo tackles. And then they got a couple defensive backs who have a lot of tackles too. So, man, I usually don't make predictions too much, but I'm just going to say it would not surprise me if Ole Miss goes to Athens and beats Georgia. If they don't lay down, because we've seen Ole Miss do that too. They're on a roll, and then they just fall over. 2:30 on ACC Network, 4-2 SMU versus 3-3 Clemson. 2 great quarterbacks here with similar stats. 2:30 on FS1. Got another good one. 6-0 UNLV under Dan Mullen versus 4-2 Boise State. Close in total yards. They're also close in passing and rushing per game and third down conversions. UNLV defensive back Amari Brown, 4 interceptions this year. 2 of them he's taken into the end zone for a touchdown. Boise State defense, 15 sacks. 4 of them are by defensive lineman Braxton Fele. That could be a pretty damn good game out west. 2:30 on ESPN+. 3-3 Coastal Carolina goes to 4-2 Appalachian State. 2 programs who once had really good football programs are just kind of middle of the road now. 2:30 on ESPN+. Here's another one: Texas State versus Marshall. Both of them are 3-3. Both two good Sun Belt programs who are kind of middle of the road now. Kind of crazy what's going on here. This was kind of okay. 2:30 ESPN Plus. 3-3 UTSA, who used to be a good program. They're middle of the road. Going to 5-1 North Texas, who finally lost last week. Can they bounce back? Can they get to 6-1? North Texas is 50% on third down conversions. 2:30 on ESPNU. 4-2 Old Dominion. They're having a pretty damn good season. First, they got to play 5-1 James Madison. Both these teams are even in the rushing game. They are close in passing, total yards per game, and third down conversions. So, could be pretty good. Old Dominion quarterback Joseph, 13 passing touchdowns, 6 rushing touchdowns. James Madison quarterback Barnett, 7 passing touchdowns, 5 rushing touchdowns. Nice to see, even though Cignetti left James Madison, that they're still a good football team. That's pretty good. So they got some good stuff going on there at James Madison still. 3 p.m. on Fox. Number 7, Texas Tech versus 4-2 Arizona State. Texas Tech, Dickey, he's got 8 rushing touchdowns. Number 22, Memphis. They go to 2-4 UAB, who just got rid of Trent Dilfer. 3-15 SEC Network. 3-15 SEC Network. What am I saying 3-15 for? 3-15 SEC Network. 4-2 Mississippi State goes to 2-4 Florida. Can they win another one there in the swamp? I mean, I don't know who's better, Texas or Mississippi State. So I don't know. They might do it. You never know. Might get themselves another win. 5:30 on Big Ten Network. Number 8 Oregon versus 3-3 Rutgers. Rutgers was playing pretty good football at the beginning of the season. 5:30 on the CW. 3-3 Washington State. Traveling again. Man, they went to Oxford, Mississippi last week. Now they're going to Charlottesville, Virginia, all the way across country to play number 18 Virginia. Man, that's 2 long road trips in a row for Washington State. But hey, look what they did with Ole Miss last week. Almost won. See what they can do at Virginia. 6 p.m. on ESPN. Number 21 Texas versus 2-3 Kentucky. Believe it or not, these two teams are close in total yards, rushing, passing yards per game, and third down. I don't think Kentucky can beat them, but you never know. It might give them a little bit of a game. But we've seen crazy crap happen this year, so you never know. 6 p.m. on Peacock. 3-3 Penn State versus 4-2 Iowa. Penn State, is your mindset now? Is it right? I mean, you've lost 3 in a row. You lost your coach the other day. Where's their mindset now? That's the big thing. It's a night game in Kinnick Stadium. That might be interesting. If you don't watch it, just keep checking on the score. That could be pretty interesting. 6 p.m. FS1, 4-2 Maryland goes to 2-4 UCLA. Can UCLA keep winning? And is Maryland going to stay on their annual October tank? That remains to be seen. 6:30 ABC. They call it third Saturday in October. Usually, if I remember right, this game's usually at 2:30, but it's a night game this year. Number 11 Tennessee versus number 6 Alabama. Aguilar for Tennessee, 14 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 2 rushing touchdowns. Their O-line's only given up 3 sacks, so that's not bad. Brazil, 7 receiving touchdowns for the Vols. Simpson on the Alabama side, 16 touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 rushing touchdowns. Their O-line has given up 12 sacks. So, linebacker Justin Jefferson, though, 23 tackles on the season. Linebacker Deontay Lawson, he's got 17 tackles. Tennessee's defensive line, Tyree West, 4 sacks. Defensive linemen Joseph and Henry, they have 3 sacks apiece for Tennessee. Could be a pretty good battle. Like I said, nighttime this year. Usually it's a 2:30 game. 6:30 on NBC. You got another big one. Number 20 USC goes to South Bend to play their rival, one of their rivals, number 13 Notre Dame. USC's, how do you say his name? Maivia. 13 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 4 rushing touchdowns. USC is better in total yards per game, passing yards per game, rushing yards per game, and third down conversions per game. Notre Dame's Carr, 13 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 1 rushing touchdown. Defense, they have 11 total interceptions for the Irish. USC safety Bishop Fitzgerald, 5 picks on the season. He's taken one of them back for a touchdown. That's probably going to be a pretty good game. 6:30 on ESPNU. 3-3 Florida Atlantic versus number 19 South Florida. 6:30 on ACC Network. 4-2 Pitt travels to the Carrier Dome to play 3-3 Syracuse. 6:45 on SEC Network. Number 16 Missouri goes to 3-3 Auburn. Auburn's kind of in a mess like Penn State now. The only difference is Hugh Freeze is still there. This could be a pretty good one here. 7 p.m. on Fox. What do they call it? The Holy War, maybe? Number 23, Utah versus number 15, BYU. Quarterback Dampier. Dampier, as I see his name, Dampier for Utah. 11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 5 rushing touchdowns. These two teams are close in total yards per game, passing yards per game, and rushing yards per game. Utah, though, 60% on third down conversions. That's just incredible. BYU's Bachmeier. He's a good quarterback. 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 7 rushing touchdowns. Utah defensive end, John Henry Daly. Love that name. 19 tackles, 8 sacks this season. That guy is incredible. BYU, 8 defensive men. Each have double-digit numbers in the tackles. That's the entire defense from the line to the secondary. That's usually a pretty good game, too, so keep an eye on that one. 7 p.m. on ESPN2, number 24 Cincinnati versus poor old 1-5 Oklahoma State. What does Oklahoma State have to do to get a win, huh? What do them Cowboys got to do? Late games. It's college football late at night. 9 p.m. on the CW. 5-2 Lafayette. 5-2 Lafayette goes all the way to the West Coast to play 0-7 Oregon State. Can Lafayette get an upset win? Can Oregon State get their first win? These are things to watch for late on Saturday night. Then 9:30 ESPN, 3 can't believe we're saying this. 3-3 Florida State, who started off so good. They travel west, all the way out west to play 2-4 Stanford. All right, so on the FCS side, a lot of the top teams are playing competition that's, but here's something to keep an eye on. 2 p.m. on ESPN Plus, 5-2 Sacred Heart versus 6-0 Montana. I think I read that was Sacred Heart's first trip out there to Missoula, but we'll see. 2 p.m. on ESPN Plus, North Dakota versus Southern Illinois. Both of them are 4-2. 3 p.m. on ESPN Plus. It's a Texas battle. UT Rio Grande Valley, first year to play football. They are 5-1. Lost the game the week before last, I think it was, to Southeast Louisiana. Anyway, they're playing Lamar, who is Beaumont, Texas, who's 5-1 also. And Lamar hasn't, last couple of years have started to come on, but they've really been a middle of the road to a bottom team. But hey, 5-1 for Lamar, good for them. 5-1 for UT Rio Grande Valley, brand new, started playing football this year. I'll be keeping an eye on that score just because it's here in Texas, but still, that's pretty intriguing. And then 6 p.m. on ESPN Plus, 5-2 Western Georgia versus 7-0 Tarleton State. That is it for Week 8 preview. The season is moving along. Still in the middle of October, though. So we got 2 weeks in this month. Then there were all of November, and then first weekend in December for the championship Saturday. And some teams still wrap up their seasons on that day. So we're moving right along. It's Wednesday. Stay busy. The weekend will be here again before you know it. Stay safe. We'll see you back Sunday or Monday. We'll see. Anyway,